You shouldn't be allowed. Like it's a crime.
We're gonna start with our guests in the corner here. Danny, what's your pet peeve you got here?
Cream-based dressings, specifically Miracle Whip. That tangy zip is disgusting, and whoever made it should be in prison forever.
Sorry, explain.
Okay, so especially on salads or sandwiches, there shouldn't be sweetness on it. Why is it there? It's just there to ruin your sandwich.
Yeah.
Like, that's the reason why they did it, to ruin it. Miracle Whip is disgusting. Ranch dressing, equally disgusting. Everyone involved in the manufacturing should be in prison. And I stick by that.
Okay, well that sounds very fair.
Thank you.
I
agree.
Not unreasonable at all.
Yeah, I totally see where you're coming from.
I completely disagree. I'm that guy. I put strawberry jam inside my sandwiches. I like the sweet savory combination. Listen, I'm Ratatouille personified.
Another Toronto comedian, Anna Simone George. I literally thought she was going to murder Cliff because he made a selection of statuses about putting a Twix in his shawarma.
It's good.
That's disgusting. You should be in prison.
It's good. As long as you don't put turnips into the shawarma as well. You take the turnips out. You put the
Oh yeah, because that's reasonable.
Trust
What
me.
are you talking about? just eat a mole sauce something instead. Don't put a Twix in a freaking shawarma.
I know.
good.
I know.
It's
I
great.
thought Anna Simone
You're a
was
war
going to murder
criminal.
him. I know.
You're
really
a
am.
war criminal,
I
Chris.
really am.
We love you, Anna.
I can't.
It was her birthday,
my
by the way.
face is
Was her
just
birthday.
like disgusted with you.
I'm
Like,
sorry.
I know.
Like I'm personally disappointed. I feel like this is a personal affront to our friendship.
I know.
It's like that. I'm sorry.
What about you, Rush? What is your pet peeve?
Oh, hello, it's me, Rush. My pet peeve, well, the one that I'm sticking with for this show is I don't like it when people decide that the term Asian only applies to one race. Like in England, it's what is it called? They refer to South Asians as Asian only, but in North America, East Asians only. And it's like Asia's a big place.
Yeah.
Like West Asians are a thing. Like people who are Persian are Asian, and I'm Asian. Malaysians are Asian. What is it? That Crazy Rich Asians, that movie, the book.
It's all
actually,
Singapore, isn't it?
It's supposed to be in Malaysia or Singapore, yeah. But the thing is, there's Malay people. They didn't show a single Malay person in that
No,
movie.
they didn't. Yeah, I
And
noticed that.
There are East Asians. Sorry, there's South Asians in the book. There are Indian people in the book that is just cut out completely because North America can't deal with
They had a
different
hard time
types of
casting
Asians.
that acting.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
people
think it's
have
that
a hard
difficult.
time thinking of Indians and Asians, and
Yeah.
I'm like, Middle East and Asia are different things, and just because they're brown, it doesn't mean they're Middle Eastern.
Yeah, but Middle East is also Asian because
Yeah.
they're
Really?
West Asian. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, in my defense, I came from a third world country with no geography classes, so fuck you, Brazil.
I love how you say West Asian. I'm just imagining a bunch of like Asian Snoop Dogs, just in low riders, and they're heating it up. I guess it's a thing. I do love it. Like Asian rap is heated up so quickly in the last couple of years.
Are we
It
talking
doesn't
about
really-
East Asian or South Asian?
A lot of these guys are East Asian that are rapping, but some of the it's a K-pop invasion where it's just like there's one song but like 6 languages on the song. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you this right away. The Tibetan guys are hard
He'll
as
tell
fuck.
you this right away.
They always are. Like that's just what happens.
There's a group called the Asian Dub Foundation from England, and they're South Asians and East Asians all mixed together, and they do a lot of like break music beats, and it's really they're really dope.
It's
but
really
like
good, yeah.
it's like one of the groups that actually when they say Asian, they actually mean proper Asian, like all Asian, not just one
Nice.
type. Yeah, plugging them. Also my shows, come to them. Okay.
That's-
Pow,
It's
pow,
true.
pow. And Adam, why don't you tell us about your pet peeve?
My pet peeve is whispering near me, whether it's around me in my ear. Okay, yeah, you gotta stop that. Good thing I'm not wearing headphones. It's because if you can't say it out loud,
Yeah.
don't say it. And then if you're gonna whisper in my ear, you need to back up one, and you need to say it out loud. Not in my
But
ear.
what if they're trying to tell you something that's secret
Then
and they're
wait.
in public?
Then text me. I got a phone.
I mean, what if someone's trying to give you a password for like, if
For
it's
the,
like
for the
a,
nukes.
I don't, yeah, if it's like an end
Like,
of the world
do
scenario.
you just
and-
imagine people just coming to you and be like, Adam, we have the utmost Secret Service mission for you, and
Yeah,
we're
don't-
going to need you to go into this
then, hey,
building,
don't whisper
and
it
the
to me.
password is going to be...
You're moving the goalpost on this whole situation. Like, that's never gonna happen. It might, but it probably won't.
So you just hate people coming up like in a shop.
Even if it's not to me, like if it's to other people.
Oh,
if
I
you're
see.
whispering to
Ah.
someone, what are you
I'm just
whispering about?
imagining like your everyday
Interesting.
interactions,
I
or
wanna
like you're trying to buy something at a shop, or someone's like, "Hey, do you have an Optimum card?" Like something like that.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, that's an odd pet peeve.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
it's
the-
a really
the
odd
dressing
pet
one,
peeve.
the-
Yeah.
The cream-based
Dressing
dressing
was very
totally
reasonable and normal.
Very reasonable, yeah.
Hey,
whispering.
You
Don't
just
ask any
hate
further
it.
questions
Okay.
about it, but
All right.
it's fine.
All right.
I have a question. What about people with naturally really soft voices? Or do you just
I
punch them
actually
in the
personally
face?
hate that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I always tell them, I'm like, yo, just raise the volume. You know I can't hear you.
Yeah.
You fucking know
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
People
They're-
have been telling you to speak up your entire life. You're gonna pretend just, oh, I have
think
a
there's
chronic
times-
laryngitis. Get the fuck out of here.
There's moments where that's okay. Like if you're a nervous public speaker, so you're quiet.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But like,
I
if
mean,
it
not
just,
cool.
I mean, well, if you're not somebody who speaks like publicly for a living, then like
Yeah.
whatever. But if you're talking to me one-on-one and your voice is quiet, speak up.
Yeah, yeah. Do you guys remember when Lana Del Rey started to like release
Oh
the
my
first few
God.
things? There was this girl in my high school who just got obsessed with like that kind of like aesthetics, and she started doing like Lana Del Rey like makeup and hair and everything. And I shit you not, this bitch went ahead to do like a civics class like presentation about whatever it was. And the whole time, I couldn't understand what she was saying because I couldn't speak English properly. But in my head, this is all I'm hearing. Blah, 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 blah. Ba, 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 ba. And it's like, who's choking you right now? What?
What do you mean you couldn't speak English properly?
I couldn't speak English.
You
It took
still
me-
can't.
No. Yeah. I mean, I can communicate in English now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But back then, I would only take like
faded jeans. You don't like that?
no,
No.
like I like Lana Del Rey's, but it's because it's in songs, right? But somebody talking like that, like I am so happy that I actually am really happy for that girl that I couldn't talk, because if I could, I would have bullied her for that, because it's just like why do you like what? Imagine carrying a baby for 9 months, raising this child, putting all your effort into giving this child a good life so that this child can publicly go in front of people and talk like this out of her own volition. What is wrong with you?
That sounds like Marilyn Monroe.
Do you
I
want
guess,
a
yeah.
number 3
Couldn't
combo?
you just have bullied her in Portuguese?
I could have, but then she wouldn't have understood.
Well, you could have said a lot worse things.
Would have been
I'm not-
cathartic for you.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those people. If my offense can't get to you, then I will keep it.
I get it. You don't have the joy of watching it register on
Yeah.
their face. Oh,
Yeah.
That is the best part.
Yeah, I'm like my roommate Dave says that I'm an emotional terrorist. Yeah, because I won't explode in someone's face, but I will wait to see the light leave their eyes.
Oh my god, I love Dave so much.
I love Dave is moving out,
He's
and I'm
moving
so
out.
sad.
He's not even my
Is it
roommate.
because you're an emotional terrorist?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of. Kind of.
Okay. So today's pet peeve of the week is going to be bad or irresponsible drivers. I am going to get us to discuss all the bad habits that we see on the roads and everything that drivers do that annoy us, and most of our listeners will be able to relate to it. We're going to have a short musical break right now, and when we come back, we're going to get petty as fuck. Yeah.
What's your music?
This one.
Popping on the west side, cause it's where I stay. I just made 1,000, blew it in your face. I've been going in, I'ma close the case. I can't wait no more, man, I gotta blow today. I've been on the west side, cause that's where I stay. I just made 1,000, blew it in your face. I've been going in, I'ma close the case. I can't wait no more, man, I gotta blow today. I'ma blow today. I ain't hearing what they say. Need a blue face, I've been caring about a race. I've been trying to eat, I need more than just a taste. Now they trying to talk, oh no, they should know they place. Man, I'm ballin'. This ain't cap, baby, now I feel like calling. From the O, but I got the music poppin'. All the time, man, it started to get obnoxious. Now I gotta drive, yeah, I'm feeling nauseous. Gotta drive top down, then I hop out. I've been feeling hot now. Feeling like the man, I'm my own boss now. Telling all my exes, now they getting crossed out. Been on the west side, cause it's where I stay. I just made 1,000, blew it in your face. I've been going in, I'ma close the case. I can't wait no more, man, I gotta blow today. Popping on the west side, cause it's where I stay. I just made 1,000, blew it in your face. I've been going in, I'ma close the case. I can't wait no more, man, I gotta blow today. I already blew up, man, I knew I would okay. Who the hell is you to tell the dude that I ain't great? Play my work, then work my plan, and now I'm on my straight. I soak up the love and I repel all of the hate. Big Sage, why they tryna play us? I make 20 racks to rap up on the stage, I invested that right back to my estate, Dinner table, everyone gon' get a play, Started with $5 bills, shoot for dollars in the Ville. I'm in the villa, I'm counting the spiller. My mama say I gotta chill. Turn it down, record deals. Now I got a couple mil. Automated all the bills. I'm concerned about the thrills. I'm on a yacht with a big booty, 10 out of 10, little mama. I'm on a tour bus, moving around the country, counting money in pajamas. I don't deal with any drama. You gotta email my sister. That's my assistant. I'm about the business. God is my business. I've been on the west side, cause it's where I stay. I just made 1,000, blew it in your face. I've been going in, I'ma close the case. I can't wait no more, man, I gotta blow today. Popping on the west side, cause it's where I stay. I just made 1,000, blew it in your face. I've been going in, I'ma close the case. I can't wait no more, man, I gotta blow today.
Hey. Shit. When I met her with the backpack, so tan, and I'm never gonna get that. Oh man, and I'm never gonna call you like them. Why the fuck was I on you? Goddamn, but I wanna talk about it. Please just give me the options. I wanna forget you, I wanted to leave you to sell my shit at the auction. But you want me to up and leave, hey. You want me to leave my scene, hey. Man, I'll never do that. Staying true to myself and the gentleman's back. But nothing is realer to me. At the gym all the time, but your figure is weak. But I don't really give a fuck about you. I only really care what that mouth do. But I wanna be that guy for you. I wanna be that guy for me. I wanna be the top of this shit, the Mount Olympus, the Savage District. But I don't really care, I don't really fair. I'm just trying to be better. Ride together, right or wrong. Ride in town, dance right to this song. But this is crazy, I'm rocking up, and everybody get me popping it off. Giving raps, motherfuckers really wanted a ball, but I'm a loose cannon when a spark pains, and I come back, everybody calling the times, but I'm the motherfucking manic second. I don't really give a fuck, but you lead the weapon, let's go. Damn, what the fuck are we doing? We always try and talk, but we never pursue it. Cause we just so emotional. You try to be yourself at the honor roll, but making the great tunes, making the great music, making all this shit together. Never no more, I don't care, no. I couldn't give a fuck about your hair, though. But you kinda weird, you kinda sexy, girl, you kinda weird. But still want you in my bed right now. Still really want you to come around right now. But I'm on this song for life. You are crazy with the poltergeist. You are a little crazy, the hope is nice, the older type. And I don't really get you right, but really gon' get you, really gon' feel that. I don't really care when I met you. We on the undertones, we run around damn like it's basketball. But goddamn when I wrote back, shit, we never really broke that. Goddamn, I just want a Kodak. I wanna take a photo of your whole back. But travel the world, travel the times, hide in the back, I ain't writing no rhymes. But wanna stand next to you, wanna feel your body so phenomenal, damn.
You know that I love someone else. Oh yeah, but you don't care. You want me for yourself. You're a selfish lover. Yeah, yeah. And you know I want you. Yeah, yeah.
And I just wanna know why you're not around me. Cause baby, I don't wanna know, baby. Let me think about you, save me. I don't wanna know, baby. Let me think about you, save me.
We gon' get on the best after all. You know it.
Did it on my own, leaving you out in the cold, leaving you so empty. Just move on. Oh. You know it. Ooh.
I'll take a yellow sip, cause I'm tryna have a better day. Ain't gonna get delirious, just sit here by the bay. Might take a bigger sip, starting to feel okay. I think the party's getting serious, so all the other things can wait. Never listen to warnings, but there's no reason to worry. Done with my second drink, getting a little tipsy. Ain't gonna get delirious, so party hard till I'm 60. All the other things can wait. All the other things can wait. Well, I took too many sips. I mean, what exactly is too many? As long as I'm walking, I'm okay. I'll feel better anyway. Forgot about my problems, but how am I gonna get home? I spend all my money and drinks in our own. Never listen to warnings, but there's no reason to worry. Never listen to warnings, but there's no reason to worry. All the other things can wait. Oh, all the other things can wait. No, all the other things can wait. All the other things can wait.
If I take you down, would you really hold me down and be your best friend? She just wanna hit me with a quickie by the pool, and I'm like, yes, ma'am. When you got me fiending for your body, you might turn me to a yes, man. Oh yeah. 80 and a 40, I'm a nervous bitch, I'm flyer than your ex, man. We ain't gotta go outside. Two-step in the rain. Wake up by my side. Don't care what you think. Oh, you just my type. Oh yeah, she know the deal like an old script. Yeah,
ain't the first to really sell that shit. Champagne with the roof gone. Bump this jam back in Tucson. Think I got to get a move on. Never had much to lose, but you could do better.
And we're back,
Je
baby.
retourne. What's up, guys?
We are
Sup.
back in business. Okay, so now that everybody enjoyed some nice music,
Was it?
everybody
Yeah.
got to go get their coffee, their weed,
I
their,
got to
their
pee.
Yeah.
pee
We
time.
got to pee together.
Very
It's a
important.
really
Very
Got to
important
be together.
bonding
That's
time.
what
Yes.
Love
women
it.
do.
Love it.
I realized I was a woman. Thank you.
Now it is time to discuss the pet peeve of the week. Bad or irresponsible drivers.
All right, I'll go first because I'm very new to driving. I'm 35 years old. Just got my G2 in January.
Nice.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's
I'm
very
scared
difficult.
of the road.
Yeah, fair.
Haven't gotten to a highway yet. So most of my pet peeves come from being a pedestrian. I hate it when people don't fully stop at the stop signs. And if they're trying to make one of those right turns on a red light, it's very difficult for me because I
hate
think
it.
I'm going to die all the time.
You
All
are.
the time.
I am dying right now.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's just age.
It's
okay. Cool. Who wants to come at it from a person who actually drives?
Adam,
I
you
actually
drive a lot.
Yeah, I do drive a lot. So things that
By the way, I just want you guys to hear Adam's voice and imagine that he drives a really cute red Jeep.
it's not
Go
cute.
on. It's
There's nothing
cute.
cute
It's
about
cute.
It looks like a ladybug. Come on, like.
Very defensive about this
Wow.
ladybug Jeep.
I don't know what's going on. Why is this a personal attack on me? Is that why I was invited here?
We've really all just
On the ladybug Jeep.
Wow.
Okay, move on with your pet
I
peeves
wasn't
about bad
expecting
drivers.
such criticism.
Guys, for people who are at home, he's a very good-looking guy. So, we need to cut him down a few pegs.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It's
Yeah,
punching
you can't,
up.
you,
It
you
really
can't
is.
have it all. You
Yeah.
have to pick your battles.
Everyone bully the hot guy.
Ooh.
Boo. Okay, tell us about your pet peeves.
I guess a story that I saw actually the other day was in Toronto. Another person got they swung open their car door while people were coming down the bike lane. And that happens a lot. And when I used to
hate
live
people
here,
who
I
do
saw
that.
that a lot. So that's something that I hate is not being aware of your surroundings. and
Oblivious
what's going
people
on.
in general are just so fucking annoying.
Oh my God! When people have no spatial awareness,
No,
that
none.
is
I feel attacked.
way worse. Way because we were
do you,
walking
do you
in the
not
mall.
have sense of space?
Spatial? No. I mean, have you seen me walk ever?
Yeah. You bump into mailboxes.
So
all
many
the time.
things.
Yeah.
So many things. I'm covered in bruises.
we were walking in the mall. We were trying to walk in the mall, and this lady, she was backing up for a picture, right? She was backing up for a picture, and I'm like, yo, anytime I've ever, me, myself, or anybody has ever backed up for a picture, you check out what's behind you, what's around you, not only for safety, but just to see if you're gonna get
she fell.
Like,
a crazy
hopefully you're
person.
not walking off a
And
cliff.
she walked right between us. Like it was the only reason she survived was because I was spatially aware. It was
Yeah.
so crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm just terrified at the thought of that woman driving anything, you know?
It was
And-
like you two were the curtains.
Yeah. And like one thing that recently has been like making me murderous is watching people not turn, like put on the turn signs. You know what I mean?
BMW drivers.
I was
Yeah.
just gonna say.
They're the worst. I've
Yeah.
been tracking this as an informal case study for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And
It's your dissertation.
people in BMWs,
Suck.
more than other cars, they don't check where they're going. They cut in front of you without really checking. It's just like
Disgusting.
they own the road because they're BMW. It's like,
You sound like my husband right now.
I could be worse things.
Fair.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, man.
I wanted to address the fact that when I said fall off a cliff, I wasn't trying to make a pun about Cliff's name,
Oh
but
my
he
God,
got
that's
so
great.
angry in the face. Cliffs exist despite you. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I mean this is true.
Like,
This
my name is
true.
Rush. I get it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, you're right.
Should be all
I
ready
love
to
it
drop
when you do
offs.
like accidental puns. There's I was doing the volunteering thing for the JFL, and do you guys know Chili Davidson?
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's like another Toronto comic.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, Chili Dave. So Chili Davidson is another Toronto comic, and he's like really fun and goofy. And we were volunteering for JFL, and I didn't have my jacket. I was outside and whatever. And he was like, why are you making that weird face? I was like, because it's getting chilly. And then I just looked at him and I started like running in circles laughing. Like I was like mind blown about that pun. And he was like so fucking done. Like he hears this every single day.
Yeah, fair.
I'm still like in awe that his parents would name him Chili.
It's not his real name.
Is it?
No, it's not.
Really?
That's why.
Okay.
It's a dumb chosen
I
name.
hope
Chili, I hope you hear this. That's dumb.
I mean, he will. I really hope that he
We love
has
you,
like a
Chili.
responsible name. You know what I mean? Like his name is just like
Listen,
Jonathan or
have
something.
you guys ever seen the show Queen of the South?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was watching it with my mom, and one thing that like we kept pausing over to laugh is like one of the main characters in the show. His name is Epifanio, right? And like the whole time I was like, imagine birthing a child, looking at that infant that already looks like a knee, because all infants look like knees, right? like all infants look like knees.
Or a thumb.
Yeah. Imagine looking at the face of that infant and being like, oh yes, I'm going to name you Epifanio.
I was reading an article from obviously Florida, and there was
From
and there was a woman who was arrested, and her name was
Yeah.
Crystal Metheny.
Crystal
And she was not
Metheny?
arrested for drugs, which is the big. I think it was assault.
Wait, I actually like read this article.
That's
This woman,
insane.
her name's like Marijuana Pepsi.
Yeah.
And she wrote that dissertation about people with fucked up names.
Yeah,
But she
yeah.
like just got a master's and stuff, and her name's Marijuana Pepsi.
You
Like,
would
that
have
sucks.
to. I think if you have a
I
name
think
like that, you are duty bound to
not be marijuana
get
Pepsi.
to
Listen.
get a master's degree and then to help others.
I honestly think it's child abuse to do this today, because you're setting up your child for a lifetime of bullying. It's child abuse to do this.
In Quebec, they used to have like a law where you couldn't name kids things that weren't normal, but Quebec's pretty oppressive when it comes to these things,
Yeah.
right? Like they're like Pippi, no, that's too much like pee-pee.
You think they bullied marijuana Pepsi growing up?
Feel like, yeah.
Just because
yeah.
of the Pepsi part? Like
Well,
it's
she'll
not
never
Coke?
get a sponsorship from
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
it's
that's
out the
sad.
window.
No, I think that's what it is because
Just the Pepsi part?
it's a betrayal of both cocaine and Coca-Cola, right? So
It's sad.
Yeah.
Sad
You
life.
can never
Sad
do
life.
cocaine with a clear conscience.
listen.
Okay. Back on track though. The bad drivers.
Back on the road, yeah.
Back on the road. Another thing that I was telling Cliff earlier is that I cannot stand people who think it's cool to text and drive. You know what I mean? Like there's people who legitimately brag that they listen. Last year, I went on a date with this motherfucker, and he had the nerve to try to brag to me that he played Pokemon Go while driving.
Wow. I'm like so turned on by that story.
I
It's
know.
Amazing.
Listen, you have to understand that, and I really hope my father isn't listening to this
I hope he is.
right now, but you have to
I'm
understand.
sending it to him as we speak.
You have to understand that the minute this guy mentioned like, and he did it with like so much like, yeah, man, because like I can like play Pokemon Go and drive anytime. Like the other day I was in the road and I caught a Pikachu, and I'm like, what? And I could feel my vagina just shrinking back in, just like that's it.
That's
It's
the sound
gone.
effect of the.
It's gone.
But he did catch a Pikachu though.
Yeah. it was
Yeah.
good.
That was pretty
Yeah,
bad. But I'm just
yeah.
wondering, like,
I mean,
I
it's
wonder,
a humble
Focusing on the
brag,
real
yeah.
points.
because you
The
catch
real
you catch
points.
different Pokemon based on where you are. I'm like, do you get legendaries on the highway? Is it like worth it to
So you
like?
have to work for
Yeah,
it.
do you
Yeah,
hit up the
that's fair.
407 for for something?
Get on the toll
Get some
road.
Mewtwo.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty sure if he got pulled over too, the cop would let him off.
Yeah.
If he just told him what was going
I
on.
got a
Yeah.
Pikachu,
I caught a
man.
Pikachu.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can go.
Yeah,
You're
I
free,
hate
sir.
that.
Yeah.
They salute you when you go.
Speaking of cops,
Patriot.
speaking of cops,
They give you a police escort.
yeah.
Team Rocket's crashing off again.
Speaking of cops, that's another pet peeve of mine. I hate how not cops themselves,
Well, I hate
but
them.
cops
Hey, cab.
who like think that because they're cops, they don't have to respect any like traffic laws.
Oh, that is true. Yeah.
And it's like, if you're not chasing a criminal right now, you have no fucking reason to like be a douchebag on the road.
Off-duty cops do the same thing, by the way. So
Yeah.
you don't even know. It's just like a crazy car driving that. I remember I was in a car with an off-duty cop once, and he was driving like a maniac. I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, well,
I'm a
got this
cop. I
badge.
don't have
It's
to
fine. They pulled me over to
respond.
let me go. I'm like, really? Because you could kill somebody.
Yeah. Because that's the thing. That's what they're worried about, getting pulled over, not about like that's what pisses me off. It's
Yeah.
like when the people who think they're sleek by drinking and driving, smoking and driving, or like texting and all these people, the thing that they're worried about is whether they could get away with a ticket, but they're not even considering that not only could they kill themselves, but they could kill someone else too, who has nothing to do with that. You know what I mean?
I think a lot of people are doing stuff like that under the assumption that if they do like crash and kill themselves, that the forensic investigator is gonna come through and be like, oh man, he was smoking and he crashed the car. Yeah, but he looks really cool though. Like, you know, really cool skeleton right here.
Yeah.
He died doing what he loved.
What he loved.
What he loved.
Yes. What if it's like an undercover cop, but his like persona is being a terrible driver? So
Yeah.
that's like
That could be
the
good.
cover.
That could be good.
Deep cover. I can't even reverse.
Exactly. He's method acting.
You give me the drive stick. This is ridiculous.
I mean, I can, but my undercover persona can't drive.
That's
stick,
right.
so
Yeah.
That's right.
Guess I'm fucked in this car now.
Yeah.
But
And
they'll believe it. Nobody will suspect a thing this way.
And like one thing that like I find that I haven't seen much in Canada, but it's very common in Brazil, and I believe it's gonna be common in Guyana too. It's that like not only when people are driving, they're like not wearing seatbelts and they're like screaming at everyone and being like really angry on the road, but like all the time, like literally every 10 minutes, you're like on a different road, you will see one driver who like beeps into another driver and he's like, yeah, get fucked, and then the other driver gets off the car to go to the other car.
Yeah.
And like when there's other people behind them trying to get to work and shit, they will stop the entire traffic so that motherfucker one can get out of his car to go see motherfucker two and just be like, you wanna fight, and then they like fight in the middle of the road, and meanwhile people are just like, bitch,
I gotta get.
fight somewhere else.
Actually, you bring up an interesting point.
Sounds
No,
like
go ahead.
Florida.
Yeah, you bring up an interesting point because this is a big thing that there's a big culture shock for me. Where are we on the seat belts in the back seat?
Yeah.
This is one. This is a big
Oh,
thing.
yeah, that was a
what
big
do
one
you
for me
think,
too.
Adam?
Like, do I think what?
I mean,
Are they good or
it's
bad?
actually a really big point of contention, especially for a lot of immigrants from South America, because
Yeah.
we
I
don't
honestly
do it
haven't
at
heard
all.
this.
We don't do it at
No.
all.
I didn't
Whereas
know
here,
that.
it's like the law.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It is.
it is the law. That is true.
Yeah.
In Italy, where my family's from, I'm not from there, but I've been there. They don't wear seatbelts at all in the car,
Yeah.
and it's totally normal. And for the 5 weeks that I was there, I didn't wear a seatbelt once, and it felt normal. And then I came back here, I was like, oh shit, I should probably be wearing a seatbelt.
Yeah.
So I could see why it's. I don't know. I haven't heard that it's kind of like, what is it, debated that they should
Yeah.
be.
So a lot of people I know that come from the Caribbean, and this is the phrase every time that they encounter a law that's like very North American, and they're just like, white people, and it's just like it's not, they're safe, you know what I mean? The one big thing that I've noticed is that like speed limits are a lot higher here than other parts of the world, so I think that's probably one of the reasons. What do you think, Danny?
Well, as somebody whose parents always made them wear a seatbelt, even when I was lying down in the back seat when we drove to the motherland, New Jersey.
Good old Jersey.
It's just like, when I was
Joyzy.
Oh my God, don't even talk about it, all right? So when we're in the car and we're driving, it's always recommended that you wear a seatbelt, okay? Otherwise, your insurance is just through the roof. Oh my God.
I just got really uncomfortable.
Is Snooky here?
My
What's that?
entire family sounds like the nanny.
I love that.
The entire
Like Fred
thing.
Drescher.
Ah, my God, have you tried the wholesale fish? Why would you pay retail?
Oh my God,
Really leaning into
mazel,
this
mazel.
This is exactly, that is a quote from a family dinner where my new cousin's mom had a flyer for discount fish different flyers of where to get discount fish, so you wouldn't have to pay retail.
I think that's going to be the name of this episode. It's just
Discount
discount
fish.
fish.
Yes,
Ah, that was my
discount
nickname in high
fish.
school.
Oh.
Boo.
Burn against myself.
Suicide by words.
What about you, Rush? Any final thoughts?
What? About what? Seatbelts in the back.
Seatbelts.
I was just thinking how in Cuba, like when you're in those cars in the cabs, they don't even have belts in the back.
No, they
They don't even exist. And it's like, the doors don't latch. You're like, we're gonna die.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, see, like Adam just blew my entire argument when he mentioned Italy, because Italy
Okay,
is
Italy.
considered a first world country.
Yeah.
But for now.
I mean, Bangladesh's vehicles are not even cars most of the time. They're tricycles with seats
Yeah.
in the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
but like-
I've fallen off of those because they were braking hard.
Yeah.
And
When I look
Just climb back up.
look into these things, I think about it, and I'm like, of all the like reasons that Brazil has like so much like accidents and stuff like that on the road, and people like not even thinking about seatbelts and shit like that. They tried at one point to implement a law about like, the law was that kids always had to be like babies and shit always had
Right.
to be in the little like
In the seat.
in the seat, and they have to have a seatbelt and
like
shit
a car
like that.
seat, like baby seat.
Now
Which
this-
is a reasonable fucking law,
Yeah.
because a child cannot protect themselves. So it should be the law that they have to be and people got angry that was a law. And I was
It's true.
watching that, and I was like, that's why you're a third world country.
No,
You-
I and you know what? I'm gonna counterpoint this because it makes some sense, because those seats are expensive as
They are
fuck. Like those
expensive,
seats are like $300 minimum. There is a workaround for
yeah,
this.
but you know
and-
what's also expensive? Having a fucking child.
It's true. It's true. It's true. It's just that, you know, sometimes people don't have a condom.
Also
There is-
expensive.
Yeah, there is a workaround for this in Guyana specifically. I don't know if it's part of the law, but I've seen a lot of people doing it. It's just like, if you don't have a seat, the child must sit in an adult's lap, and the seatbelt must cover both of them, right? Which I
Yeah,
think
but
still
that's
works
not
here.
as safe at
but
all.
No.
it's not as safe for sure. But I think
No, it's not safe at all.
I
Yeah,
think
you're gonna squish that baby.
I think having a dumbass cousin in the car with you is a lot cheaper than buying a Graco. That's just me.
I think that the whole thing with people complaining about cars, like kid car seats being like expensive and all this shit, is the same logic for people who don't tip. You know what I mean? If you
Tipping is just such a North American practice. Though.
it really is annoying.
It shouldn't exist.
It's so annoying.
People should just be paid what they're supposed to be paid by the boss. It shouldn't be like outsourced
I don't
to
know.
us.
I don't know. Like
You worked in the service industry for a long time,
Yeah.
so I think that's where your, I'm gonna call it, bias is coming from.
I don't know, because
But-
because I don't I've seen really like I don't like the idea of somebody who is doing a shit service getting paid the exact same as me if I'm giving all my efforts to it. You know
Well,
what I mean?
But that's that's for any job though. Like you
Yeah,
know, like I
yeah.
could be working with another paralegal who's doing a really bad job, but I'm getting my salary from my boss.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? I'm a paralegal and
If
they're,
if
you know what I mean?
if
Like,
everyone
fair.
was paid fairly, then that would
wouldn't-
encourage employers to fire bad employees.
Yeah,
that would be the
exactly.
difference.
That's fair.
Whereas currently bad employees just get away with whatever they're doing because employers know, hey, they didn't make any tips. It's no skin off my back. Whereas their establishment's getting a bad name.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a really good
Fair.
circumcision joke in everything that you say.
Are we pro seatbelts or anti seatbelts?
I am pro
we are
seatbelts.
I think we're
Pro
pro
seatbelts?
seatbelts here.
We
Yeah.
are pro
Okay.
safety.
Sure.
Now
Pro-
this is
pro
the
safety,
yeah.
yes.
So I'm
So
like,
you're
if you
not you're on the
if you
fence.
can't afford a seatbelt,
okay,
you don't
yeah.
have seatbelts. You
Yeah.
just take the
Seatbelts are
bus.
white privilege.
Take the
So
bus. Yeah, you're right.
It's true.
Well, I mean, if they're built into the car, then no.
They're Asian privilege, I guess.
Right,
It's-
yeah.
That's who builds the
they're
cars.
coming from Asia.
Yeah.
So, okay, this is a fun thing. In Bangladesh, people like just buy motorcycles and they don't get helmets for anybody, and then they just put their entire
Yeah.
family on the back and go places. Like my cousin was like a little baby in my aunt's arms while my uncle drove a motorcycle. Nobody's wearing a helmet. No one's facing the right direction. You know what I mean? Like my aunt's hanging off the back with her kid, just like here, and it's like this is the most dangerous thing I've ever seen. in my
Don't
life.
need any mirrors if I tell you what's behind us.
Yeah. So I think the summary of today is: do not whisper in Adam's ears.
Yeah. And wear a seatbelt.
wear seatbelts.
Wear seatbelts and make sure you get that discount fish.
Make sure you get that discount
Can we
fish.
add another pet peeve?
Yeah.
Danny
do
and
it.
I were talking about this in the bathroom. Stop peeing on the toilets, ladies.
Okay, so can I just say something?
Sorry, what?
I really
I'm
need
so
to say
confused.
something because this is an actual like severe pet peeve of mine that I
Yeah,
I
on
went
the seat.
into a public bathroom and in the middle of winter and there was muddy boot prints on the seat.
Stop
What
it.
are you
What?
doing there?
Excuse me?
You're wearing obviously winter boots, which means you're most likely wearing pants. What are you doing? Where are you doing it? How are you doing
Okay,
it?
let me explain what
So
that's
many
about. So
questions.
so a lot of ladies are afraid of touching their butts on toilet seats,
Yeah.
and Danny and I are both short people, and we don't have the option to hover.
Our legs are too short. So
Yeah,
we pee on
yeah. So like,
ourselves.
yeah, no. Well, I'm not gonna hover. Is the thing. I'm gonna sit down. Wipe up your own pee if you're gonna pee all over the seat. If you refuse to sit down.
Yeah.
And the boot people are just standing on the
boot
toilet.
people?
It's awful. They're just standing, getting mud everywhere, pissing all over the place, all willy nilly. Like, dude,
Everywhere.
get a penis or a funnel or something. Like, do something.
You know
Clean it
what?
up.
When you see boot prints on like the toilet seat, you know what that is? That's definitely somebody hiding from the KGB in the bathroom or something
Why
like that.
specifically the KGB?
I mean, that's just they're fooled by it. I don't know. Like,
They'll do anything
it works.
except for go into the bathroom.
It works on
Like a
them every time, apparently. I don't know.
shoeless on the floor.
Yeah, yeah. They're not
They
gonna
don't go
open
through
the door.
No, that's what you do. And you know what? You know what? I will say that they've even done it in a bad way because what they're supposed to do, take off their shoes and hide them in the next stall, and then you go in an empty stall and pretend not to be there. That's
Yeah,
how
but once
you.
they open the door and see the empty shoes, they'll check every stall.
Yeah, no, you're hiding
How
back there
lazy
with
do you
the
think the
with the
KGB is?
slingshot. You know, I don't know. We
No,
we,
it's
we
just
have
some
gun control
asshole.
here in
Yeah.
Canada, so you need to improvise.
Man, I've made eye contact with the lady walking out of a bathroom stall, and it was covered in pee. And I called her out, and she was like, "What?" And then just walked away.
What?
And I was like, "It's you!
Like, you
You're
were literally the
one.
last person in there.
You're the only one."
Yikes. I can't. But yes, we are coming to the end of the episode.
Aw.
I know, so sad.
Yeah, thank you guys for sharing your pet
Thank you
peeves
so much
with
for
us coming
sharing.
through to the studio. I know it's a lot on a
Yes.
Sunday morning.
Would I be
Yes.
able to plug my show before we go?
No, of course
Absolutely,
we're
go
about to just
ahead.
do. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I
Yeah.
didn't mean to jump the gun. I just
No,
want to make
let's
sure it
do it.
happened. The next show that I have coming up at the Rivoli, November 28th, is called Muju, which is a Muslim and Jewish pork-free showcase. It's a pork-free comedy showcase. This is why I brought Danny, because I thought it would be weird just me being like, Muju, don't have a Jewish person with me. Yeah, Shabbat Shalom. Salam. Salam.
Shalom.
Yeah,
Salam.
it's the
Nice.
same thing.
I know. We're just saying it together. We're being really weird right now.
I just whispered it, and I
Yeah, no,
realized.
it triggered
Sorry,
me.
sorry.
I was gonna say something, but I let it slide.
Okay.
What?
She whispered. I let it slide.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll let it slide this time. You get
Okay,
one-
cool.
one-
Yeah,
one
but check it out.
passage,
If you want a
everybody.
discount, FB25, get 25% off. The website is muju.eventbrite.com, mujew.eventbrite.com. Cool.
Cool. And Adam, any final notes you'd like to give our guests?
Yeah, you can watch Flood the Overdose Epidemic in Canada now
So good.
on our website. It's caughtintheflood.com. It costs $5, and you can just watch it right there on the watch page, or you can download it, whatever you want to do.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Up to
Dealer's
you.
choice.
Up to you. Watch
Dealer's
it. Stream it right there or
choice.
download it.
Awesome. So once again, I'd like to thank everyone who was a part of this. And before we go, we've already established that Manda Bala means send a bullet in Brazilian Portuguese.
Pew, 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 pew.
But
So you're gonna shoot one
the
of us?
thing is, that
All of you, everybody gets shots.
All
Now
the
you're in the
time.
gang.
That's the
everyone
initiation.
knows my thing is usually knives, not
Oh,
not
okay,
shooting
yeah,
people.
True.
It's true.
But I thought a nice way to send you off was to show you how Brazilians usually send that bullet.
Nice.
And pra, pra, pra.
Before we finish out, we just want to remind all our listeners to go on a Facebook page, Manda Bala. Go check us out on Instagram. Make sure that you get those likes up. Listen every Sunday. We are going to be rebroadcasting as a podcast format on like Spotify and all that kind of stuff. So
Yes.
help us reach those goals.
Stay
of course,
tuned.
you can follow Laura on Instagram at.
Laura Comedian.
And Manda Bala will also be there. I am on
Manda
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all these things at Cliff Night Comedy. If you want to check out some live shows, I will be at Write 'em Up this Saturday. That's a comedy bar at 7 o'clock. Shout out to Todd Van Allen. But Now we're actually gonna shoot up the club.
Pra,
With...
pra, pra.
Don't actually shoot people in real life.
No, we don't.
Para pa para pa para claque bum. Para pa 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 pa. Morro do Dendê é ruim de invadir. Nós com os alemão vamos se divertir. Porque no Dendê eu vou dizer como é que é. Aqui não tem mole, nem pra DRE. Pra subir aqui no morro até a BOP treme. Não tem mole pro exército civil, nem pra PM. Eu dou maior conceito para os amigos meus. Mas morro do